Happy Tuesday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell, coming to you dressed in Steeler garb, representing my football team that I will always love, cherish, and support. There should be no other. Even after their loss yesterday to the Buffalo Bills, which included a $564 donation by me to Ticketmaster, thanks to Mother Nature. Lesson learned. Thinking it over, it was a cheap lesson. $672 is not a lot of money to spend on a ticket, especially a playoff ticket, row 4. But I did learn a lesson. And the lesson could have been a lot worse. The lesson could have been a lot worse. I've paid a lot more than that for a ticket. This year, in fact, well, this season, in fact. And to learn the lesson of ticket insurance for only $564 may be, as some people say, a blessing. Well, I'm gonna look at it that way anyway, okay? I'm gonna look at it that way anyway. And though I didn't really look into it and do the actual accounting and math, it looks like I got refunded on my flights, cars, and hotel. So out of pocket, looks like it might have been $564. Paid $672 for the ticket. Sold the damn thing Monday morning before the game for $108. There were so many tickets on sale that, I tried to hold out. I said, just let me get this and let it be done with. I was prepared just to eat the whole $672. Just wanted to be done with. But I learned my lesson. I learned a lesson. Inclement weather, investments like that, get the insurance. And what I'm going to do, now that it's on my mind, I'm gonna verify what that insurance covers. Does it cover flight cancellations if I can't make the game? Does it cover sickness? I do think it covers illness, but you may even have to get a doctor's excuse. Does it cover the game postponement or game cancellation? Either way, learning lesson cost me $564. I have gratitude. Now I'm gonna go way over too far. Hey, you can move over, man. You ain't get to be all over on this side. See that? Did you see that? And he riding on the wrong side. Don't get to be coming that close to me. I may be a tad irritable. As I said, happy Tuesday. Or as I like to call it, happy Monday. Thank God for Monday. Thank God for Monday. I really do, and truthfully, with minimal sarcasm, with just enough sarcasm to make this statement a little bit more sensationalized or appealing or provocative. Just only for that, because my God, I'm nowhere near ready for retirement. I am nowhere near ready for retirement. But as I was walking, this is my first time thinking this too, that when I do retire, something will fill that void. There's no way I could just be retired and not have anything fill that void. I have to have something fill that void, or I'll be in trouble. I would be in big trouble, because 3 days off. I mean, I could sit in my house and eat and watch TV without any problem. I don't even think I moved my car. I don't think I drove my car even. I got my 10,000 steps. I got my walks. Started the day off pretty good. Got my walks. Came home. Started eating and watching the game. In fact, the reason they got me out of bed to go on my walks was to, one, be out. My body does have that urge to get out there and get moving. But also, I knew on my way back, I was gonna be stopping by Ralph's and getting goodies. And not just getting the goodies, but anticipating them, strategizing them, fantasizing about what I'm gonna get, what I want. How I wanna do it. That whole thing. That whole thing is real. And it's part of it. It's part of the anticipation. And that gets me out of bed. I get moving. I feel good. I get home. After that walk, I always feel good and up. And I look at the clock, it's still early. And that's when I get out of bed and do it. Sometimes I'll get out of bed and eat and do stuff. Sometimes I'll get out of bed and eat and then go back to bed and get my steps later. That doesn't seem to work as well. That doesn't seem to work. Either way, but quite frankly, either way, none of them don't seem to work. Mr. Scale told me 218.6 this morning. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of grateful for that number. Because I start eating, I can't stop. And then I get to the store, I'm getting cookies, and I got ginger snaps. No, what did I get? I think I got ginger snaps and duplex creams. I don't know if I told y'all this or not, but I like for my cookies to be soft. So what I did was, I took a plastic sandwich bag. I took a paper towel, I wet it, and I put it inside a plastic sandwich bag, and I put that sandwich bag in a Ziploc bag that I put all the cookies in. So the moisture get absorbed. Hopefully it'll work, we'll see. Because since I put the water on the paper towel, it's not loose, so it won't run around. I just took that whole sandwich bag, not a Ziploc kind, just a regular sandwich bag, dropped it in there. Kind of try to leave it open a little bit, whatever that means. Hopefully it'll get the cookies all nice and soft and moist, or whatever the word is. What's the word when it absorbs moisture? Damp, I don't know. So that whole thing. And I got pita bread to go with frozen hamburger patties I had and chicken sausage. And I got mushrooms because I had an onion in the refrigerator. Because, I mean, I had stuff, and I kind of, you know, it doesn't matter, sort of. But since I was leaving, I had everything kind of frozen and put up. The refrigerator was empty, you know, because I was going to be gone for some time. So food wasn't spoiled. So everything was either being frozen, you know, in containers. Had to get that stuff back out. Froze cottage cheese, froze marguerites. So I'm thinking, I get time off. I just enjoy myself so much. I don't need nothing. I get to stay in the house the whole time. Watch TV, watch my shows, watch the games. That's not good. It feels so good to be in my bed. Oh God, I got my bed. Had to flip the mattress. And the reason I got this damn mattress, ultra firm, super firm, is because my back would start hurting. For a while, for some reason, I ended up sleeping on the floor one day. Years ago, and for a long time, I slept on the floor. Long time I slept with blankets or a pallet. And some speakers, oh my God, I ain't seen speakers like that in a long time. You see that? I don't know if you can see it. See the speakers? Remember I used to tear speakers like that apart? Man, I ain't seen them in a long time. And they used to look just like that too, all rusted out or whatever, with the paper cone, all taken apart. I forgot all about that. I don't think that's a thing anymore. Just like RCA cables, audio cables. I got a whole bag full of them. I think I got rid of a bag and still got a whole bag full of them. Don't need them. You know, I keep one or two just in case there may be something I need to do. Get out some legacy equipment like cassettes and turntables and whatnot. Wait a minute, do I got a preamp? Do I have a phono preamp? I'm trying to think. I got a turntable. Do I have a phono preamp? I know I had one. And it took me back to the days. Took me way back to the days. Late 80s. When I had two turntables set up and the mixer and all that. Wow. I had a phone preamp. And maybe even before then, maybe back early 80s when I was in high school, I could picture it, the little black box. I can remember having to research why my turntable wasn't loud enough and all that. Wow. That's another thing. One of those days, I guess, from being lazy, I can get to my storage and go through stuff again. Really want to get into those pictures and, you know, make sure stuff is okay in there, clothes I don't need anymore. Stuff that's been in there for so long that I ain't used that I can, okay, you ain't used this in a year, 2 years. You can get rid of it. But anyway, so retirement, I can't even handle a weekend. I can't even handle a 3-day weekend. I'm up 218. See, I keep walking. What I'm doing is, I'm talking about my bed. And the reason, for some reason I slept on the floor and my back didn't hurt. So I started sleeping on the floor, literally sleeping on the floor. I would put blankets down, a whole bunch of blankets and comforters, and sleep on the floor. My back didn't hurt. I used to love it. And then eventually I graduated to a futon pad, mattress pad. It's nice, firm. I need that. And I'm not even talking about like on a wood floor with carpeting. I need it firm, hard, no give. If you see me, I'll be like turning like this and like moving my back, stretching my back. Because I think what happens is my hips sink in the bed and it causes back, not pain, but back sensitivity, back, whatever it's called. It's not really pain, discomfort, I guess. And this bed I got, I paid $800 for this mattress. It was a one of those mattresses they mail you basically, and you open it up, and all the air in it, you let it sit for a day or two, and then it expands, and it was solid and good, for probably right up until now, probably a couple years. But now it's starting to sag in the middle, and I flipped it yesterday, but it's still, kind of sags in the middle. You can see where it's sagging in the middle. So I gotta like sleep on the edges to get that firmness, so my back doesn't, my hips don't, when I sleep on my side, they don't dip down. Wow, they clean all this up. Wow. 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 They don't even look the same anymore. Wow. It just opens the whole thing up. I don't know if you can see it. They took all that out. You can see where it's kind of clean and stuff. They took all of that out. And I guess you can probably get down here and see where they didn't do it, what it looks like. Stuff start growing. And they took, that's what they did. And they took everything off of the fence too. The stuff that was on the fence. See if you can see it. Can you see? See all that stuff on the fence? See how it wasn't? See how it ain't back there? If you can see, but you can see it's here, clearing all that out. And over there, if you can see across the way, across the busway, so the coyotes be coyotes over there. And here's what the walk looks like, if you can see it. I can't see what you can see, so I can't flip this camera. Yeah, so that's my dilemma. Probably a tough dilemma to have. I mean, the kind of problem you want to have, quote unquote. Tell you another thing too. Having money costs money. Having money costs money. It costs money to have money. And that's a damn shame. And I'm not even talking about taxes. I'm talking about fees and administration. You gotta watch out. You just gotta pay attention. You just gotta constantly pay attention. And what I did in my mind, I said, look, there's gonna be stuff that you're gonna miss. Don't go batshit crazy if it's something you miss or something you've been paying for that you didn't know. Or fees you gotta pay that you just gotta pay. I gotta understand it's gonna be some of that. It's gonna be some of that, and that's the way it is. But I think what I do is I go and I catch as much as I can as I go. You just gotta keep fighting. It's an ongoing battle. It's like me getting out here every day, doing this, trying to work on that 218.6 number that I got from all the cookies and potato chips and Cheetos, bought a bag of Cheetos. They was on sale. Family size too, the big one. Ate that whole fucker. And I got some Kroger brand barbecue potato chips. So good. So good. So it's just gonna be money that you gotta pay to have money. And some of the money that I be paying to have money is more money than I thought I'd ever have. The fees that I'm paying on money are are amounts that I never thought I would ever have at my disposal. You just gotta watch it and manage it. And also the way it's set up, for whatever reason, maybe due to capitalism, you need an accountant, you need a tax guy, you need a financial advisor. They're like all three separate people. They're like all three separate people. And who you have your money with, they can't instruct you on anything. They're not allowed to give you any insight or anything. They just can tell you what the rules are. So you gotta have like an accountant, probably a lawyer, an estate lawyer, and all this. If you don't do it yourself. I'm gonna learn how to do it myself. I paid a tax guy a few years, and it might just be easier. Go ahead and pay him $300-400 and let him do it. But if I get it broken down to something that's simple to where I understand, you know, because it comes down to 1099s, income, and outgoing. Income and what you pay in taxes. It's as simple as that. Try to alleviate that. And see, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I try to micromanage stuff too granularly, down to the like really fine level, to where, and it's fun to a point, and I enjoy it. So even though I know it's not practical, and it's probably costing me more money to do it myself than it would be for just to pay somebody. I can pay somebody and not have to worry about it. And one thing about paying somebody too, they're responsible for it. So I get to be a customer. And since I do help desk, and customers are calling me all day, you know, and when they call, I assume the responsibility of helping them. When they call, it's my job or my responsibility, it's on me to get them fixed. And that means that quite possibly they have no idea what they're talking about, how that, or even ask for it, or even get it fixed. So my job, basically, when they call, is to get them going again, even if they can't articulate what's wrong, or even if they call it, regardless. If they're the problem, if they're doing it, anything, you know, it's not on them to figure it out. And that's how I feel. If I hire somebody to do this, I'm like, that's what I'm paying you for. Ain't that your job? You know, I could be that person now. I could be that person. Yeah. Yeah. I could be that person. Feels good to be out here. Got a 4-day work week. Friday, Mr. Clinton gets his star on the Walk of Fame, Hollywood Walk of Fame. So I may take a couple hours off work. I will take some time off work that day. There's no doubt about it. But since my travel plans got canceled, I don't have to use any PTO. Save that Wednesday PTO day, which is, yeah, you know, which is what it is. I mean, it's good, but I'm supposed to work 5 days a week, 37.5 hours a week. or something like that. We don't work 40 no more. We don't work 40 hours a week no more. And California passed a law where they took 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day off each workday. They took 10 minutes off each workday. Don't ask me. It's ridiculous. They go all of a sudden for no reason. They said, all right, here's how you're gonna punch out and punch in now. And you work 10 minutes less a day. It's just like amazing. For whatever reason, California laws. You know, I was watching yesterday, the Iowa caucuses were yesterday. And Trump won by a landslide. He won by a tremendous landslide. It wasn't even close. It was so, he won so, in such an overwhelming fashion that it scared Democrats. It was a Republican GOP thing. It was a Republican caucus. He won so handily that he scared Democrats. And I was listening to Fox News, because I listen to all three, you know, because they're all of them gonna have a different slant on it. So I'm gonna get the, get the opinion or slant from all directions and compare them. But I will say, Fox News irritates me less. Fox News irritates me less than MSNBC and CNN. Because to me, it really does sound like they're whining. It really, I may be conservative, I may be right wing, or whatever you call it. I might be one of those. I'm not saying I'm not. I always thought I was liberal or so, but I guess I might not be. Not to the degree that some of these people are. But they irritate me the less. And no matter how deplorable or whatever the word, I don't know, whatever the left, Democrats say about Trump, indicted, this, that, whatever, Epstein, whatever, all of that. And they still can't find anybody to beat him. That, to me, is the ultimate statement. And they still can't find nobody to beat him. That, to me, is the ultimate statement. It's like, and it seems like their whole campaign is anybody but Trump. Trump is this, Trump is that. He's a criminal, you don't want him there. It's not like they're trying to build or have an idea that's so captivating that it makes you want to buy into it. It's not like they're bringing something to the party. It's more like, don't let him in the party. And we'll have a party. It's like, don't let him in the party. And we'll just keep going on the way we are. That's the defining thing to me. Even with all the indictments and this and that, and the campaigns against them, the money that people put to put anti-Trump ads. It was even some people, I heard, Democrats who signed up to be Republican to vote for Nikki Haley. That's how anti-Trump they are. And he still smashed them. And he smashed them without even campaigning in the damn state. Then he got up there and started talking. And I watch him and talk, and it's laughable. It really is laughable, the way he talks and the things he says and how he says them. But it's probably It's definitely entertaining. I don't want to say it's sad, because that's not a cool word to say. Because that's somebody's style. That's the way they do things. Sad can't be the word. It's sad that if he's doing all this the way he's doing it, and people can't defeat him, and that's their only choice, that's sad. What he's doing, you can't fault him. You can't fault him for being him, for getting away. If you want to call it getting away, with breaking laws and doing that and doing that, how you gonna fault him for doing that? It's the American way, if not the human way. It's like I said before, I won't lie, but I'll cheat. There's a difference. I won't lie, but I'll cheat you if you let me. If I can catch you slipping, and I can take advantage of this, that's fair game. But if you ask me about it, I won't lie. Yep, I did it. Yep, here's what I did. But if you can outthink the system, so be it. So whatever he can get away with, how you gonna fault him for doing what he's doing? You mad at him because you can't beat him. And that's the part that gets me. That's the part that gets me. And it may be also that I like the left getting smacked in the face this way, because they are just so irritating. I might need to do a video just on that. It's just so irritating. I used to think I was liberal and left, and blue and Democrat. I couldn't stand the Republicans, conservatives. But now, and with all this, and why is DEI and social justice warriors and all that stuff only on the left? I just thought about that. Why did we assume social justice workers, social justice warriors, and DEI and diversity and inclusion, why did we consider that to be all on the left? Why don't they have well, maybe because conservative means that you don't want change. Maybe conservatives, you don't want change. And it is a white patriarchal kind of system that's kind of in place. Maybe conservatives, aren't looking for that change. I don't know. But why can't you have social justice warriors on the right? I don't know. But right now, that whole inclusion DEI stuff irritates the hell out of me. And I'm not even sure why. I just know that it's real. And it irritates the hell out of me. It's to the point, yesterday, I saw 2 commercials in a row that didn't have black people in it. I almost fainted. I literally was up to yesterday, until I saw that, I was thinking, I am sick and tired of seeing black people in every commercial and in every drop of programming. Every place you look, there's a black people, mixed couple, diverse. Of course, you got handicapped people, disabled people, gender neutral people or non-binary people, all of that. Overweight people. Everybody, I just get tired of seeing it. I just get tired of seeing it. And it's not that I'm against, diversity, but I think it has to be earned and not just given. I think it has to be earned. You just can't say, hey, because you're black here. You're okay. You're black. You can go ahead and get on with it. I don't think it should be that way. I mean, at some point, yeah, there was slavery and racial discrimination to set back a whole race or a whole group of people who the playing field was uneven for so long that there should be some conversation, like affirmative action. I get it. You know, help them out, welfare, whatever, help them out. But it comes a point that where, sure, it's generational, but it comes to the point where you got to start asking, how far do you go? Is this group of people actually depending on that? Is this group of people actually thinking this is the way it should be? When they go to a job interview, oh, I'm black, so you got to do this. I'm black, you got to do this for me. You got to do that for me. That part, I'm not saying black people can't be in commercials. I'm not saying black people can't do this, black people do that. But it just looks like it's just patronizing, just giving it to them. It's like it's not even fair. And you'll say, oh, it wasn't fair back when white people, blah, blah, blah. When patriarchal white men ruled everything and kept women down and this and that, and women, oh my God, the whole women thing, oh my God. It's to the point now, if you're a woman, if you're a female, and see, I think I'm gonna get sidetracked, but in my thinking, gender is not sex. Sex, you can't, sex is binary. It's either you are or you're not. Gender, you can play with gender all you want. What defines what a man is, what defines what a woman is, it's not related to their anatomical parts. No, did I say that right? The gender. I couldn't understand you arguing that gender shouldn't be tied to anatomical parts, but sex is. There's no way around that. Sex is. Now some people may be born non-binary, whatever that means. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that, whatever, using the right context. And there's a gray area. There's gonna be gray areas. And they may or may not need to be handled on an individual basis. And not to group, using identity politics, just to group everything together like all black people this, because you're black, you should get reparations. You're black, you're at a disadvantage. You're black, you're a victim. But as I was saying, you watch TV now, everything is female. Female, and what I was gonna say is, say you're a female and you just wanna wear dresses, play with dolls, get married, have kids, and be a stay-at-home housewife. You're looked down upon. You're looked down upon. Society, it's almost like the prevailing perspective of you is that you're behind, you're primitive. And what they're putting out there now, it seems, and I may be sensationalize this, what they may be putting out there now is, woman, you should be having children and be a CEO. They're making it the norm for a woman to have children and be a CEO. I get it, okay, that might be a thing. Husbands, because gender can be reclassified or redefined, gender can be redefined. So the father can take on different roles, the mother can take on different roles. The mother The father can be the nurturer. The male can take on the mother's role, the traditional mother's role. See, I tried to separate the sex by saying male. I wonder if it's man. If I say man, that's sex. I mean, I can say male, because that's, boom, we know what male is. Man, man and woman, those aren't designated gender, I don't believe. I think those are sex. Now, what a man is, no, that's sex. That's related to sex. Man, those words. Because you're trying to change what a man is. Man means male. Now the role of a man can change. The gender, maybe gender's not the right word either, but the role or the idea of a man can change. Maybe even the role and idea of what masculinity is. See what I'm trying to say? I don't quite got the words yet. But that part, the sex part, is hard written. What it is to be a man, that's a good way to put it. What it is to be a man or a woman, you can play with that all you want. That could be so loosely defined that it means nothing. And I think that's what we're trying to get at now. I think that's the direction we're trying to go now, which may or may not be bad. Except for that Universe 25 experiment with those rats. Google it. Universe 25 with the rats. How the whole sexual order, like it was overabundance and overcrowding. They let these rats, to put these rats in a habitat where they had food, abundant food. Didn't really have to work hard for it. Food was everywhere. The colony grew so big, overpopulation, the role of the male rat and female rat changed. Then eventually over time, the population dwindled and died. Males weren't being born and taught and learned the traditional male role. And females didn't need males anymore. And that whole interaction got twisted, and the whole cycle of reproduction that had been in place based on the role of the male rat and female rat got all skewed to where females didn't need males anymore. They were just so abundant, they just didn't need them. Something like that. Anyway, it's called Universe 25, I believe. And I think that's a good possibility. That's where we're going. Overabundance, ease of life. It's everything at our fingertips. Life is getting easy. Life expectancy is longer. In ways, it's getting too easy. Life is getting too easy in ways, if that's such a thing, or if that's a possibility. And it definitely is. Definitely is. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. No, not everything, but you know what I mean. Yeah, balance. You need balance. Anyhow, swinging on y'all 2 times. Anyhow, ouch. Anyhow, swinging on y'all 2 times. For me, for the Funk, and for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. Totality of it all, theory of universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.